Yes, this is on air. Um, and I'm here doing a sports interview here. Um, so I'm just going to jump right on in there. Um, so, Desetri, Desetri, I hear that you know, you have a stack of trophies on your mantle there. Yes, yeah, yeah, my sport that I'm in there, you know, what more can I say? My sport is a great one there. I started off doing another sport team there, and I wasn't doing too good there in that area. I do have like a couple of awards there for that sport, but however, there were team efforts. These awards and trophies and things that I have piled up here, um, there are also some are team, but the majority are individual there. Oh, okay. Um, so what would have been, your most embarrassing moment there, on your team there? One of my most embarrassing moments was when they announced that we won, and they went back and they looked, and they seen that we actually had to go into overtime there on one of our team things, and I was already, you know, exiting the building. Yes, I can understand how that would be a little embarrassing there. Yes, yes. So, how did you gain wind that you needed to go back in there? Uh, the commentators, they're really loud. So, yeah, so you need not say any more about that. I can understand how, when you're exiting and you get to hearing those commentators, they're very loud, and I know that had to been something for you. Usually most sports, you hit the locker room. Like from the time that you all were announced the winners, to the time you decided to leave the building there, like really, like you didn't hit the locker room. Like that is seeming pretty foul there. No. Yeah, yes, I'm glad you said that. No, actually, I did not hit the locker room. You're right. That might be like my second embarrassing moment there. Yes. So you were still in full gear. Yes, yes, still in full gear there. Yes. Okay. Um. So how was your people there? I hear you on the panel and everything like that. Well, you got to speak to some of them in office there. When you came to the office and agreed to do the interview and everything, I know you got to speak to a lot of the crew there, and a lot of people you seen that you hadn't seen in a while. I heard all of the celebration. I thought they were going to turn it into a party, and yes, yes. Actually, we did party later on. We partied. So basically, what you're saying to me is that you want to announce to those people um, a greeting. Yes, yes. And it's like to say, I had a ball blast with you guys. Yes. Okay, again, this is on air, and I'm doing a sports interview, and you know how those sports interviews go. So I'm going to whisk come on off to the next person there. Um, and I am going to go on into the next sports interview. And I have here um, Zeska of Team Chant there. Yes, it's Team Chant. Team Chant. We just got finished with our touring of a blast of three countries there, and as you can see, from the pictures up there and some of the video there, you can see. Look at them waving at us. Yes, you can see the whole team there. They were, wondering why you didn't ask for the whole team. Well, that wasn't my calling there. But we would be glad to have your whole team come in and sit down there. Actually, you were selected by one of the sports programmers that directs the area. And I not saying that I didn't want to meet with you or anything like that. But I'm glad you came to chat with me. And I'll keep that in mind. So I hear that when you all were competing, and you know, you were just a tad bit nervous there. Yes, I was just a tad bit nervous because, I didn't want to overdo it on that level there. And I struggled with them because I was thinking, like, if I don't overdo it now, and I try to save my overdoing, and it goes plow, then I am going to be very, very, frowned upon there. So I struggled, and I just said, I am just going to give it all right now. And give it all right now is what you did. Well, look at that replay there. I mean, you really gave it all there. I mean, like the twirl with the swirl, and then you just went on and threw the ribbon on up there and everything, and it was just like amazing there. It's like one of the best tumblers that I've seen in a while. Yes, yes, and a lot of people were very ecstatic about it. And you know what else? You know what? Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. You're not gonna believe that they gave an award to my music that I was actually challenging to. Wow. Yes. That music was very emotional there. I actually sat there and watched the whole game, and I will when I you hear so much music when you're watching that game that you think that sometimes every song is like the same song, but your song really got emotional there. Do you think that that song is what really made you win as an individual and not as a team player? That is a good question, but actually, that song was picked by our coach. And it's actually a team song. It's not actually an individual song there. And I'm glad that you brought that up. But, my routine, yes, individual, but the song team, so that's why they ended up going ahead and congratulating the writer of that song and the people and the instruments and all of that. And they separated the winnings versus that song there. Yes. So your team rivalry is. Look, you're getting fidgety as soon as I say team rivalry. Yes. Yes, I'm getting very fidgety. There was, somebody actually tried to do a little meet and greet with me, and it was from the other team, and my coach turned it down. Well, you don't have to get antsy. We're not gonna bring any other rival here, but they're your rival on the screen, and they're waving. Yes, I see them. I see them. They actually placed second. Yes, they did. Um, yeah, hi guys. Yes, yes. Um, you know, Look at that. I can't believe that you were able to carry that trophy in here. I had to carry this trophy in here no matter what. But you do know that you're going to have to move on to the next person, which means you're going to have to pick that trophy up and take them with you because you can't leave it right here. It's not going to look good for the next person that comes right here because the next person that comes right here actually do not have one of those. I know, I know, but hey, I have been practicing. I've given enough strength to carry this around. So, how many interviews that you all want to give? Yes. Well, we are so glad that you came along, and you just scoop that right on up and you just go on to the next person there. Okay. Okay. Take a break. Okay. Yes. Um, um, Next one up here. I don't know how to pronounce your name. How do you pronounce that? Is Isingwa. 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 Welcome at this section here, Isingwa. Isingwa. You know, I cannot believe that the trouble that you had with the flames there. Uh, yeah, yeah, so the flames. Um, actually they asked me to do it on a windy day there, and the windy day happened to, you know, I was just told that no matter the wind, just keep going, and that's what I did. I wish that I were able to do something else so I could have one of those trophies that the other lady had there. Yes, Isenglaw. Isenglaw, I told her, I said, you're going to have to get that. The next person that comes in is not going to be happy about this. And, I didn't really get to explain that that you're not even really happy about the whole, flung thing that happened there. I think that it was a whole fluke for you and your country there. Yes, yes. They know my country, and they know the elements there in my country. Um, and to take an indoor and turn it into an outdoor because of construction, I just can't understand why they decided, my city to go ahead and put in to have it hosted there, knowing they weren't ready. But regardless of that, um, we were told to just put on a happy face and understand that once it's um, ready, um, we can do it again. Yes, yes. There's always another chance for a second impression there. I am one of those that really believe in nothing about a first impression. I always believe in giving another second shot there, and I believe that once your facilities is really, really in construction is finished there, I'm pretty sure that you all are going to have a lot of those there. And yeah, yeah. So, did you get to keep any remnants of the flame there that you were holding there? No, I didn't. I got to keep some other things, but I didn't get to keep any of that stuff. And actually, they went on and just put it in a defect area, and they sent it off for evaluation of examination there, because they just don't understand that it wouldn't take to anything there. So, being that your country is not really well known, and you're trying to get your country out there known to everyone, how do you feel answering for your country about that great big mishap that you all are known for now? Because that is going to stick with you all for a long time. Yeah. Well, you know, we're just gonna ride it. We're gonna ride it on in there. Again, once our facilities and our areas and our stance gets to where it needs to be, we won't hold that reputation anymore. Now, being that our country is um, going through such a trying moment here, you know, I'm not in fear of heading on to the next um, interviewer over there. Surely you're not. Surely you're not. But actually, you don't get to speak to the next interviewer. You don't get to speak to the next interviewer. This is it for you. Yes, this is it right here. But we're glad that you came and you spoke. Yes. All right. Thank you. Okay, I'm with the last person to interview here for the sports thing. Of course, if you know anything about the sports show here, we only do, I think, like up to four people there. And they go on to the next people depending on what they chose there. So, to those that got angry, you need to know that it's not my doing, it's what he chose. Um, I don't know if he understood what he chose there. Um, so, Thuda, Thuda, you actually had it going great there. I hear you're one of the best wrestlers there that happens to be there. The great, the greatest, and the I want to say the youngest there. So a lot of people take you very lightly there, based on your tone and your stance and your physique and look there and your character. I hear you're highly recommended in the magazines there. Very recommended there. Yes, I've been in a lot of magazines there, and I had the mag industry demands me a lot there. Um, and yes, but of course, I hold a lot of belts. I don't really um, choose my opponents there. My circle, my inner circle, and my trainers, everyone get together and they match me correctly, because if I match myself, then everyone will say that I am just picking who I want to pick, and that's not it. So you get mistaken a lot for a woman there. Yes, I do. I never really got my base in, and I'm still young. So when my base kicks in, I am going to not have anyone recognize me unless they actually face to face me. There, yes. So being that before you um, came this way, you made the decision to have this long interview here. Is it because you wanted to connect with me? Yeah. Yes, I want to connect with you. I hear you're one of the ones that needs to actually have your moment there. Oh yes, yes, I need to have my moment there. Yes, yes. I don't want to actually invade on anybody's belt there, because I am a belt fanatic. Outside of a champion belt, there, I am a belt fanatic, and I tell you, I am such of a belt fanatic that once I have a belt, oh, it is not going anywhere. Yes, that is how I feel. So yes. So, I hear that you've been to other countries and you've been to other cities and areas and stuff like that, and you get to experience a lot of different techniques. A lot of techniques outside of what we do. American matting is totally different in other countries, and I was over in Mexico, and I went to Argentina, and I was over there, and I think it was Zimbabwe, somewhere around in there, and those techniques are like American techniques. Yes, but once I went over into um, I was over into I think it was Panama, somewhere. I think I was in Panama, and over in Panama and Dublin and stuff like that. They, hey, the techniques there are yeah, they have some hitting stuff going on there, if your training is not stern, and your, you know, your sense of style is not stern, then you can actually find yourself losing very quick there. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Yes, you happen to be one of the quickest people. Like nobody sees anything coming with you. And that is what you're known for. Yes, that is exactly what I'm known for. They take me, the way they see me. And so once we square off, they're taking me how they see me, and they never see it coming. And so as you can see, my coaching staff have all the belts. Look at the belts there. Yes, they have those. And you wouldn't believe that, those countries greeted me and take me in. They take me in, and I am very happy about that. But yes, I am known for the quickness there. Yes. Is there any moment that anybody ever caught you um, where you weren't at your quickest moment there? No, no, no. I go in with the quickness there. I go in with the quickness, and that's all I'm thinking is quickness there. I come from a family of a long range of techniques, and we start very early in quick technique, and they call it quick techniquing, but I call it something else. And quickness is very, very important, and people have started trying to train in that area. Those that decide they want to come against me, or against any member of our tribe, and it is just not going to happen. If you don't know anything about our quickness, you're just wasting your time. Yeah. And wasting their time. So, your coach has just joined us here. We're a trainer. Yes, a trainer and my spar partner. So, your spar partner, yes. Yeah, so, as, a spar partner, my job is to um, slow down the quickness. And so, that is what my job is, to slow her down on her quickness. I mean, no, no. It's fine. Her, he, whatever. Yes. So that is what I have to do. And I take a lot of hits, and I take a lot of things going on there. But there's no bruising to the body or anything like that I have going on there. Yes. So how is it training? What made you decide to pick um, your people here? Well, what happened is, I happened to I just caught a glimpse, you know. I caught a glimpse. We were somewhere. I can't say where we were. And I just knew. I said that one right there is the potential. Um, he did not have to come to me. Um, I knew that once I neared and I proposed that that was what he was going to agree with there, and he did. So how do you feel about the whole mix-up thing of he, she, and all of that? Well, with him and with some other people in our tribal, we don't get into the whole he, she of American language there, and American, as they call it, nouns um, and descriptions there. He actually um, entered into society with nothing. So they had to ask him what it was that he wanted. Oh, really? Yes. Yes, that is what happened there. Um, can you explain a little more about that? Or is that too personal? No, that's why we're here. We're also here to celebrate the belts that we have over there. But we're also here to announce and address the he, she thing, because people need to know that that rare gener- generic thing either of the entrance. This person had nothing, but they had to give them something. And so the selecting, was it hard in selecting? No, no, it was not hard in selecting. And that is the problem there with my voice box and everything. So, have you decided that you're going to buy one, or you're just going to wait to see if it's going to kick in? Uh, yeah. No, I decided. I decided that I'm just going to wait on it to kick in there. Yes, but if it don't, um, you know, we just wanted to come. I just wanted to address that, and and that is enough of that. Yes, that is enough of that. We just wanted to say that, and we're back to celebrating. We have a victory here, and that is how it goes. And with the quickness of um, my player here, uh, we're up to any challenge. Okay. So you all know what happens now. Yes. You all go over and you do your next interview there. I think that is the last one. Unlike some people, they have to go over to another spot. I think because um, he agreed to pick this one, then I think that is the last one. But I had a blast doing this with you all. And I will see you all in the celebration area for this being the first show. Yes. Okay. Vlogging has a lot of fun things to offer. If you like to make an appointment to go over and get your grooming did there and get your sketch of your hairstyle and all of that great stuff there, um, then that is available as well. You can find that in the directory, or you can have your appointment blog in front desk, back desk there, schedule you. Please be on time for your sketch cosmetology appointment, please. Thank you. Do you like any reading materials? Book, bag, paper. Um, if not, then you can also enjoy the live reading novel anytime. If you want to find the directory for the live reading novel to get there, great entertainment for the live reading novel. It is not the same as the reenactments of cold cases there. That's a total different area, and that is over in the legal section, along with mediation on air, where it is comedy and seriousness of evictions. So that is the television and entertainment area. If you want to have a great block party, yes, maybe you would like to consult with a blog party planner. And remember, blogging, there's a lot to offer, but what? You do not have to do any of that stuff. But come along with the block party. Hey, there's gaming adventures. You want to have that going on there. Okay. There are other places you can go. Hey, to have great gym places and clubs and stuff like that. Gaming adventures. And then there is movie time. You want movie time? Yes. And then there's just your chill time. You want parking? Parking is available at Blog In. There's several places where you can park. But remember, you cannot park here if you is fleeing a video game of crimes. And that includes taking people's vehicles. It also includes any sidewalk adventures. You cannot park to flee. Would you like to listen to more music while you surf through your electronic device? Okay. This is the referee commendation, and I am here with this is referee commentation. Referee commentation on air, and we're coming to you with one of the most spectacular games everybody has been waiting for. And unfortunately, there are no umpires here today. But this is the aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor there. Audio. I was going to put it on auto, but I'm not wanting to take it there right now. With these, I'll probably go and put it on auto. With some more notations because right now I'm not in editing mode. If I put it on auto, I'm going to have to edit, and that means I'm going to have to audio, and I'm going to have to take two keyboard and typing there. So I don't want to do that right now. So I'm just going to do the audio here, and then I will think about new material on auto, or I will put this over there on auto. And plus the timing there, I think I'm only allotted like increments there. And so once I do the increments, and then I go back, and then I edit and see what it is that have happened there. A lot of my words get twisted, and some of the things that I say, some of the things that I say, Otto is saying I say is not exactly being said there. So I have to go in and edit it, and I just am not up to that right now with that. Getting my words twisted there. So I'm gonna take of the rim, because I take the otter with my rims and everything, but I can't keep doing that because these are rims, actual rims. They're not made up. And when I input it to otter there, audio wise, otter twist my words, and you can't twist that because these are rims. So I have no choice but to take it here. If it were anything else, then I wouldn't mind putting it on order and going in and editing. But when I have to go in and edit what I've said, it makes it look like it's not real, and I can't do that. So I can't have Otter making me out to be some kind of farce. So this one here, these are the aborted is Beth Georgia Taylor. I have some of the abused here. And I have a legal section and all of that great stuff. So Cambodia was the locale here, and this is unreal. I am the aborted. My father urged my mother to abort. She laughed about it. He kept mentioning he was very serious about such proceduring. She then took to asking options in research. Word spread throughout communities of her wants. Then my father became bashful, withdrawn, withdrawn from family or community, or both. My father was trying to sneak abortion. When many found out, he then wanted to keep me. You were aborted? Why do you think your mother changed now her mind as he started to persuade? Long process of searching aimed her. Hospital locale, clinic, home, clinic, she says. I remember all. I see my mother a lot. Not as much my father now. My mother became my best friend. She knows not I was her, the aborted. Do you hold a smidgen of a grudge? No, we are all real friends. That was Cambodia. Now over in Czech Republic of a locale. Trivago is where it all began. Your parents planned a vacation? Not exactly. Just to stay at a hotel. Do you blame Trivago? No. You mall? Correction. You mail? Yes. Is the hotel where you heard the announcement home? Before the hotel, my mother enjoyed seaside, eating much fish. My father jerked a lot. Correction, joked a lot. Though not serious about either of us. Familying with him. We stayed seaside so long, I think we were slightly living there. I seen much light through the belly area, not much of darkness. I was suctioned out like a bag through a laser procedure. A small hole. How did they get you in a bag? Not knowing. To date, my father embraces that wound area of my mother's belly. Wow, isn't that something? Okay, then it took us to Queens, Jamaica locale. Seem eager for my presence. Yep, she says. You the aborted? Yep. You female? Yep. The moment you knew you were being aborted, I felt heat. Seemed a bit misty. I stretched my arms to the side of the tummy inside area and closed my eyes. Did you hear any voices? Sounds of a physician. Then I stated, oh, correction. Then I started to melt toward the lower abdomen. Did you feel any emotions or see anything at this timing?
Before the procedure, how was your family at home? Much was quiet, not many sounds. Did you hear your paternals? Many a times my mother's employment, she crowded with great elated people. Did they know you were in there? Not really. She did not speak about me. Queens, Jamaica. What do you think of? Is this where it all happened? Loving Jamaica. My mother embraced Jamaica too. You speak nothing of your father. He did come in after I drooled out in the room to commune with the doctor. Mm. They aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor. Takes two. Suddenly a phone rings. The paternal father answers. The doctor informs him the abortion a success. The paternal mother then enters the door of the home and starts to cry. Then my vision switches to the doctor telling his nurse to write timing of death on into place fouling. The doctor announced to the nurse staff the father seemed to take it all in great. After informing him that his wife did not make it through the procedure. They aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor en route to Mexico locale. A couple conversates in their vehicle, saying, as soon as we arrive, I am aborting. I, G. Taylor, do not believe Mexico as a real, vivid existence, though I must write the ESP rim. Knocking me up at a time like this, we can silently raise this kid. The paternal father responds, I am a reverse bounty hunter. What's that to do with raising this? What crime did you two commit? We shot a man, a important man, very important man. So important, we headed this way. They aborted ASP of Georgia Taylor. They go in and then they come out, get in their vehicles and drive off. Some have no facial expressions, though many I can read their faces. As a parking attendant, do you feel the need to pry? I grab, snatch a number or two. I am a sucker for a woman. How has a date went? Of course, they all start with a conversation of the procedure and thought process. Then a diss to the father. I went out with a couple of fathers, none like the mothers. They speak none of what took place. Cool to party with. I see you do not facilitate the employee parking area, meaning you do not see many staff or physicians. No, just arriving and departing patients, along with their party members. Therefore, it is of Georgia Taylor. Your pharmacy very crowded. Not at all. Many go to their choice. What is the most expensive medication field? Surely not a pain pill. Though we have had to do some ordering, prescriptions are physician etiquette at times, more preferred than requested. Any revivers, boosters, enhancers, strengtheners, and yes, the aborters. I did not want to go and actually ask you about such. You do fill those, yes, prescribed and requested by a physician. Many a times after a procedure, as some have sexual contact before they arrive, hours in, of weeks as comfort. The current process has none to do with what is to come next. So they take two abort pills even before the abortion procedure. Peer abuse, ESP of Georgia Taylor. Expected lifespan age 119, 419. Very important to know. As mentioned, IG Taylor am not the one searching for me when I am not in REM. Trying to communicate with me or send to visualization is somewhat cruel. I keep to a clean mind when I see enactments or actual events take place while out of REM. It moves. Three cold case. I categorize cold case even if not. Cold case. Boy, man being taunted and hunted down after shopping at a mall saying is he overdrew his account. The female merchant, very wroth, ordered hit on the boy. Man is said excited. Uh, Correction, man is said exiting vehicle scene of his. Another cold case there. Pregnant woman arrives at parking lot in labor. Why the arrival? Many think labor began sudden. Woman alerted many. However, she was exited and baby abducted. Cold case. College student on college break, AIDS friend and subdued to other friends. Wooded area. Argue over a dude and acts of them both slain. Two fled after one removed a royal crown. Today, area a monumental through public attract. Cold case, abuse of a sort. Various sightings, though no locale or if role, acting knowledge omits. Now I detail of ESP and to take the abused through, I can only stop there at abuse. When it veers over into an exit, I cannot interfere unless it becomes a cold case. Mm. The abuse, ESP of Georgia Taylor. My topic thus takes to a vision of seeing ones being held hostage after coming from work. One woman was being seen held captive for about a couple of days. I could see at least a couple of men. Then suddenly she stopped arriving or parking in the driveway. Then my vision showed another woman being duped out of her vehicle and those forcing her to sign over the title, saying they want her homeless. This includes no vehicle. Since my visions, things have abnormally abstracted, and medicine to the home has gotten weird. IG Taylor only write and take to those sightings and hearings, though most times I too already know what is going to happen before it happens. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor, continuation of ESP from part one. And I will start part one on another recording here. Actually, I don't even know. Oh, there's part one. I'm gonna start part one and then I'll go into part two on another recording. Remember, the Blog In offers um, just some regular television watching there if you like to do that. Television viewing. You find the link Blog In front and back desk will link you with that there. G. Taylor's television selection. G. Taylor has her own television channel. Blog In Social Lounge. Music. Blog In specializes in other languages as well. Española, Italian, Latino, Mexicano, Retro. Mi video is in mi tía. Mi video is in música. Mi música video is in El Tempo, is a tempo, a cabaret, 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 cabaret. If you're looking for Mexicano Latino comedy, then you can find that also in the directory, or you can find that at the Blog In front desk or back desk. If you want the entertainment television version. For a live Mexicano Latino comedy, then you will find that in the directory where is the live section of viewing there, and it will give you the live areas of when it is going to be there for comedy. Yes. We also service Russian and I think those are like the 3 or 4 languages there. Now, some of those languages you might come to find that you will not understand everything because they're not fully fluent in those languages, and that is why it's considered the Blog In. So if you need translation, that is on you. Georgia Taylor, Part 1. Somewhere, an astronaut is being surrounded by many. As she gives birth or is having complications, I see astronaut gear. She is in full suit. However, headgear is off. Is it an abortion? A doctor sits at his desk. He conversates with the man as the man calls abortion for women. Some sneaky little bitches. The doctor had opened his book, a huge book, fingered down the listing, and sadly announced to the man that he would notify all the abortees next of kin. Their procedure as the babies have rights too, including the birthing mother and father. It is not against the law where they reside to, after a procedure, notify a next of kin, also to offer funeral services. The man yells and almost cries to his wife that he wants a family. They've made a lot of plans, included in this is a family. He kept explaining as she sadly consoled him, telling him she understands, but she cannot have their baby. The once not long ago actor and actress played in a movie together. Now they're much younger, conversating about her now decision to have a abortion. He feels lied to and entrapped in their decision of past and confused of decision of now. Though they are nowhere near an abortion facility, they're seemingly at home. He just keeps saying, "You promised me a family." They are not acting, they are living their private lives. They aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor. Yes, I can hear them outside the window yelling, "No more abortions." I was in, I was inside my mother's body. Was your mother relaxed? No. Her heart rate was up. I know she was listening. Doctors were speaking to each other saying law enforcement should not let them come close to the window. Then they went back to performing the procedure. My space inside was abnormal small. I stretched to both sides. Were there any support for her inside there or any support for you? Somewhat. I assured my mother once out that she best not be broke when I am of a age to see her again. Not judging, just company money correction, not judging, just comparing money situation of now to when then. I do not want her answer of aborting me to be because of it was money. The man with her was not in the surgery room. He seemed a bit angry, though a bit supportive strangely. I scanned their vehicle and could see the gas tank is not on E, but soon nearing seems the guy with her is not the father of the aborted. The aborted assured her he'd see her again, though he did not hear her. I envisioned him out and then he walked off as an adult. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor, continuation of ESP from part 1, part 2. Why do you think they suspect Michael's mother as astronaut? We refer to Adonis Creed. Our mission was to stop him from being born. His mother, too, gave birth at time of complications employed as an astronaut. Thus also the general of Russia or America say they do not want Adonis or his sister born. That is why Russia idolizes them both to this date. With raised banners, who was giving birth to his sister? Was Sigourney Weaver giving birth to his sister too? No, just Adonis. Did she lose Adonis during the complication? As I see you all surrounding, do you know that my picture is one raised banner along with Adonis? We were brother and sister. Yes, you were not born yet, or you two became brother and sister, trusting no one, then husband and wife. This is why Russia raised your banner and is idolized and has idolized you too. Did she lose the baby? They aborted. What was next of me? They aborted. Why choose Sigourney? She was Apollo's wife. Was? Yes, was. They broke her. They aborted. Locale, unknown clinical. N.I.G. Taylor, see a vision of a woman. Patient, tugging hysterically on a nurse. She just aborted. Says to him, "You have got to get me back pregnant." He sustains her as she is laying on a clinical bed. She is frantically, almost mental, out of control, and hitting. Other staff, other staff runs in. She is yelling, "No baby, no baby." They tell her she has got to relax and that she cannot behave in such a way. They're at their clinic. Can I speak to the aborted? My mother battled cancer. They told her she could not have me. After the abortion, she wanted me or any baby back in there. Were you at risk of ill? They told her amputations. She is crying, saying to the doctor, saying that the doctor lied to us. You were in there. Did she have cancer? Yes, throughout her body. She has cancer. I heard. I love you, mommy. Correction. I heard. I love you, mama. The abused. Locale. Serbia. What are you? You male or female? I am male. What do you know of that happened to make you know a correction? To make you now the aborted. I cannot believe she did it. Actually went through with it. Do you think your father in belief? Abusive and he is hitting her right now. Slow movements with arm, hand. Seeing your father do this all the time. As I to see him hitting at her, he is saying you will have one when I say you will have one. Can you go and stop your father from hitting your mother in any way? Or is you just envision as myself? Yes. Well, you have got to go and stop him from hitting her. You all are in a public place. Do not hit her. Come, we could talk about it. IG Taylor can barely hear the conversation as the aborted left from speaking to me to go and calm her father from abusing um, the mother. They know not that she is actually one of that they aborted. Um, he says something about his brother cannot go as one of the reasons he made his wife abort. I would not try and listen to he and the aborted speak to each other. I would ask the aborted of such conversation as he has calmed um, the man, his father, and he is speaking to him as to why he abuses his mother. He has not mentioned he is the actual aborted to mother or father, but he did go and stop his father from abusing his mother at that time, and they sit and talk. I.G. Taylor decided to come out of that realm, and if I would like to go back to that realm, then I will try to go back and see how things are going there. They aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor, locale Bermuda. Why you insist locale of Bermuda? You the aborted? Yes. You male, female. Thumbs up, male. Thumbs down, female. Yeah, I just said I'm getting vision in here, female. And she says she chose location because she is still aborted and was aborted at that locale. She says the people there act as if they are all that and none such happens there. Your paternals, do you love them? Did they love you? She had no response seemingly in a realm, daze, or psychosis. As I.G. Taylor see a vision of her father peering into paternal mother's belly, pointing at organs that he wants some moment to be his. Your paternal father wants your organs. How do you feel about being used as an organ donor? What? She says. He said he loved me. He showed love and compassion toward me. He comforted my mother. Did you have other siblings? Many, she says. Did your paternal mother conceive again after you were aborted? No response from her. Yet I.G. Taylor can see a vision of the paternal father now again near paternal mother's belly, implanting his phone number digits, saying in case she makes it to survival, he would know who she is. Do you feel anger at the city of Bermuda? She gets up, runs, and sobs. Now the father there um, said just in case they're aborted, they had with his paternal mother made it through the abortion to live. Decided that he would just go and implant his phone number in the baby. They're aborted ASP of Georgia Taylor, locale Mississippi. Mississippi, what a great place. Yeah, great place it is. You male or female? Thumbs up for male. Thumbs down for female. What happened there? Did you become the aborted there in Mississippi? Actually, near the border. When did you hear you were going to not commune with your paternals? My mother pointed to her belly while speaking to my father. Then he said, no way, not in this house. She asked him then, what house? Were they joking? I'm not communing with them. I'm here speaking to you. What did you see or hear when realizing the procedure taking place? There was a strong smell, chemical. I heard a voice of some. My mouth and lips became thick slime. Then I was out. Did you pass through? I am thinking I did. My dad was relieved. I could not sense my mother's emotions. The doctor told her to get dressed. Before this, what was their relations like? A very bond of. Today, they still reside together. Did they have any, or might I say, do you have any siblings? I was going, if communing, as the only one. Nope, they have none. If this is your up to date question, they're aborted. ESP of Georgia Taylor. Anonymous. The abortion procedure is a decay or roadkill, though more foul. Yes, some pregnant forced to getting vehicular, then left with no medic till a deceased after scaffold area of, to then let weaned or area to habitation pet to no findings of pregnancy. Gut removal, dry hemo, to question sugar and hormone levels, to a degree of never carrying. Thus, this some type of procedure performed on pets and animal help, though topic here impregnated by same being contact as humane. They aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor, locale Puerto Rico. They only aborted one of us. I am the aborted. My twin is communicating, communing your locale, Puerto Rico. How do this make you feel? Sad and all the times. I see them all the time. They seem happy. Actually not seen is. I sit and watch them when they are in their family room. My twin is gorgeous. My mom and dad too. When did you find out you were not going to commune? First something was near me. I did not know what. I could hear a stern voice of deepness all the time, seemed to love me and care. Then I heard arguing. Then the arguing got louder. I sensed a hit to the face, though I felt no emotion of my father or mother. Asked to know which was struck. Seeing them often now, do you see their abrupt behavior or hear it? No. As I say, they is happy. You knew not you had a twin next to you? No. I knew something was there. I did not know it was a someone. The procedure, what happened? A drawing slid after mid belly down, so they knew your paternal mother was with twin. Yes, the doctor drew light road lines down to the near waist, then incision one side with a scalpel. Then I did not see that something anymore. A woman ran out sobbing, with hands over her eyes. Who was she? I think she was a full grown twin who was that something next to me, watching. My paternal dad just kept watching, seeming excited. I was out, though a little upset, saddened. You think the sobbing one was your twin as an adult? Yes, though now still a kid with my paternals or our paternals. Have you sought to speak with her as an adult, both yourselves? No, never thought about it. Do you want me to try and ram her as an adult, not as a youth, youngin? Sure. What do you mean it should have been blanket? Why did they choose me? You cry. I have your twin Remy with me now. Is her name Blanket? Blanket is what they were going to name her. Do you want to run with? Yes, she sobs. Your sister says your name is Blanket. I am Remy now at the exact moment you say she began to cry and ran out. Why was she crying? Why were you crying? She can speak to me. Yes, she wants to know why you cried. Standing there watching them take her away out from near me, then I began to wonder why they did not choose me. I did not think of my paternals, only her. Have you seen yourself as a youngin? No. What do you want to ask your twin? We will be together someday. She says you two will be together someday. Ivy Taylor has just lost Rim. No response from the aborted. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor. The abused ESP of Georgia Taylor. Land and atmospheric beings are not exempt to abort life, thus the same for rooted or limbed. Aquatic at times school purpose, just to leave a baby pre or anew. Many aquatics are male that can bear want the spotlight, thus leading other aquatic to the larger of the aquatics. You think nothing is happening aquatically? Then take to atmospheric, same as aquatic. Many flock term schools also. Botany life is not too far from any other life. The more attractive, the more of no length of exists, or if not, that nookie exists at all. Winds and inclements abort. Emotions of need to abort. The urge to not end aborted. Take botany, all want to belong and near illumination. Take it to compass that way, leading to fragile as a neck area, strain to stems, lessen strength to stems. This then can lead to unbalance of nutrition intake. Unbalance then leads to discoloration. As other problems and strains, this then affects the buddings. Some will never make it to a bud. This then falls to a falling bud and or discolored, which lands into the soil, then causing dryness and or infestation. Thus, the same with the pregnant maternal. Dryness and infestation before or after a procedure hazard. Land herd, thus a abort, whether of farming or of population red zone, many watch daintily throughout a moment as the one of theirs being aborted. Yes, I.G. Taylor do care about all the aborted, so much that I am giving the ESP abilities to communicate with the aquatic land herd, pets, land animals, botany, and trash debris. Legal section. Intentional mourning. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor. The abused ESP of Georgia Taylor. The neonatal is a view for those that do not understand aborting. Many think some end up there because of narcotics, nicotine, alcohol. Not so much all of those. Many were in paternal abuse. Many were in a failed abort process of a cover up. Something somewhere went wrong. Then we see them incubated, surrounded around, seen behind scene, of carrying emotions, when some have in minded emotions of just exit already. Staff has no discern as to one's real thoughts or emotions of as a visitor when they visit. Not staff as a visitor, but visitors. Staff watch the visitors, but they have no thought as to what they're thinking about when they come to visit. Many aborts found septic, found bagged, found curbside, many found in bellies. For all there came a start somewhere, somewhat. A thought process, somewhat. Cruel ways of aborting is one thing. G. Taylor has despised for length of time. I did not just start missing persons and unsolved case analysis by G. Taylor now. I did not just start the aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor now. I did not just start the abused ESP of Georgia Taylor now. I have been investigative since I was before a teenager. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor, the aborted, correction, the abused ESP of Georgia Taylor, uh, uh, in the aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor legal section. Question: to what is your take on ones with child, a paternal who wants to homeschool themselves before they finalize on bringing their newborn into the home to men clamp with maternal father and any other family members? Answer: I.D. Taylor cautioned the paternal of both ways. Many long to homeschool their kids. Yes, many want to homeschool themselves to have stability of family sternness as to emotional and affiliation. Commit as to safety. Sorry to say, homeschooling is not safe. Buying essentials and using online mechanisms is not safe. It is in the category of pre aborting as to premature aborting without intent. Many prey on those in this way. Question: why do you use the word prey? Answer: I.G. Taylor used the word pray because it is the correct term word. Many education essentials involve watching and reading, listening and repeating. By the end of a course, this can determine if you will have a the aborted. ESP communication realms take to a discussion as to communication and scale, as to industrial and economy intake, finance boost, correction, finance boost. Question: do you think charging those of ESP or psychic more abilities for a communication realm should? Answer: I.G. Taylor believe in all areas there is the term fee. Realms come as many. However, a psychic or ESP realm is not in the areas of radio kinetics or television kinetics. Modules surely is not an enhancement. Paying fees for norm communication as to near or draw in our clients, yes. A fee can. abuse ESP of Georgia Taylor. The aborted ESP of Georgia Taylor legal section. Before I knew what abuse is, I felt saddened. For a young girl, many rumored her mother very abusive, so much she fell out a window to a breakage of a limb. After I heard of this, I then knew what abuse is. I became investigative, as to a mind of sorts, coming to realization as why this young girl wanted to abuse me. Did I understand her actions? No. I did understand her acting out and non trust leading to wildism. When I.G. Taylor was much younger, before a thorough teen began, I professionalismed forward. Skilled in many career areas at that age led me to not know what a career to adult until I subbed in under authority skilled trained at locale off topic. During idle business, I conversated with my overseer. He began to tell me many stories. Then came a story about one he knew who went through a aborting process. To me, the description was very awful. I.G. Taylor knew investigating is my field. I began with him. Now, today, I.G. Taylor am CEO and founder of, and I am skilled as to ESP Realm. This is the blogging, social lounge, connection there, music area. Those people want to come in and just listen to a little music there. Again, G Taylor's music, if you're a fan, is offered. Just let people know at check-in, and the music can be in your area. If you prefer just other music, then there's select. If you want a wide range of music there, then let us know, and you can have that subscription there for the wide range of music. Right now in the demo area, here's what you got. What a DJ. Would you like to sit at this table? Would you like a booth? Like a beverage? Now there's a platter split there of all kind of snacks. Now, I don't understand how the music of the DJ area here is non-cooperative.
This is the blog and social section. Maestro flicker with, flicker on. Maestro music, Maestro kid. Binte flip, cricket. Nothing goes in a loser, a two-time loser. Maestro clear, dinte, we get, little money. Bring it to the button. Two 30. Bring it to the button. Things have changed. Not a button. Bring it to the overlay walls. Jeffrey Steve. Things have changed. Rain out on the sea. Looking at me. Wash of the sea. Fellas had a last night to see the high. Get a captain missing, dreams kept missing. Scooping myself for myself. I'm not mad. much. Wash up the steamer. Wash off the still steaming to me. Recharge a million beef. Recharge immediately beef.
What's up, guys? Dimitri Vegas here. My brand new track, Two Times, together with Steve Aoki, is available now on TikTok.
Regret smoking. I'm tired of the loop. Stuffed in there. So heavily. Regrets the letters to me. Singing to my mind. Took no expression, no emotion. So I'm tired. So urgent expression. Bless my soul.
For some reason, I think I spelled it wrong.
Hmm.
Choo choo. Choo choo. Just near the area. From out in the dawn, just near the Putting dance moves to shame.
Yeah.
Parker, impact me, Parker, this is not my own. This hooker got me beat on her mind. It bit kind of hard. I'm feeling hard. I'm feeling hard. Sorry. Feeling this is not my nothing but bouquets around me. Don't let them touch me.
muffins.
Vanish. No. Campbell. Just a little bit of real cool mood. Real cool mood.